Ahmed is a busy university student. He has classes for engineering, homework, a part-time job, and he's trying to learn English for his future career.
His life is full of urgent things. Emails from professors, messages from his boss, homework that is due tomorrow. He felt he had no time for English.
He tried to study at 10 p.m., but he was always too tired. He was failing to put English first.
So he decided to try a new technique. You might have heard of it. It's called Eat the Frog.
Eat the frog? Yuck. What does that mean?
It's a famous idea from another writer, Brian Tracy. Your frog is your most important, most difficult task, the task you really don't want to do. The idea is you must eat that frog first thing in the morning.
Get it done before you do anything else.
Exactly. For Ahmed, his frog was practicing his English writing. He hated it. So he made a new rule. He set his alarm 30 minutes earlier.
Ouch!
I know, right? But before he checked his phone, before he read his email, before he even had breakfast, he sat down and wrote in his English journal for 20 minutes.
He ate the frog.
He ate the frog. And you know what? He said the rest of his day felt amazing. His most important English task was done. He didn't have to worry about it all day. And his writing improved dramatically week after week.
He put first things first. He made time for the important, not urgent task.
A great story. It shows that just a small amount of time, if it's focused time, makes a huge difference.
This tip is called time blocking. It's very simple.
Go on.
Open your calendar right now. Your Google Calendar, your physical diary, whatever you use. Find a 20-minute space in your day. Maybe tomorrow at 8 a.m. Maybe during your lunch break.
Okay, I found 20 minutes.
Now schedule a meeting. Write English study or my English time. This is now an appointment. It is a meeting with yourself. You cannot cancel it. You must attend.
Oh, that's powerful. It's not, I'll study if I have time. It is, I have an appointment to study.
Exactly. Treat your English learning with the same respect you would treat a doctor's appointment or a meeting with your boss. Put it in the calendar. Put it first.
The first 3 habits are about you, your personal success. Habit 1, you're in charge. Habit 2, you have a goal. Habit 3, you have a plan.
But now the habits change. They become about other people. And this is critical for language learning because you can't learn a language alone in a box.
Habit 4 is think win-win.
What does that mean? Well, many people see life as a competition. They think in win-lose terms. For me to win, you have to lose.
Or they think lose-win. Oh, okay, you can have what you want. I will just be unhappy.
Win-win is a different idea. It says there is enough success for everyone. A win-win solution is one where both people are happy with the result. We work together and we both win.
How does this apply to English? Think about your English class. Are you competing with the other students? Are you secretly happy when someone else makes a mistake? That's win-lose.
A win-win learner knows that if they help a classmate understand a difficult grammar point, they actually learn it better themselves. Teaching is one of the best ways to learn.
Yes, when your classmates succeed, you succeed. The whole class becomes a better, safer, more fun place to learn. You can build a community.
Let's look at Chloe from France and Javier from Spain.
Chloe and Javier met in an online English conversation club. They were both at a B1 level, but with very different skills.
Chloe was excellent at grammar. She studied all the rules. Her writing was beautiful, but she was a very slow and nervous speaker. She was afraid of making mistakes.
Javier was the opposite. He spoke so fast. He was confident, funny, and not afraid of anything. But his grammar...
Let's just say it was very creative. He made mistakes in every sentence.
I know that type. Okay, so a win-lose situation would be Chloe constantly interrupting Javier to correct his grammar.
Right. Javier would feel stupid and angry, lose, and Chloe would feel smart, win, but the conversation would die.
Or a lose-win situation would be Javier talking so fast that Chloe can't understand a single word. He has fun, win, but she learns nothing and feels terrible, lose.
So they decided to think win-win. They made a special deal for their speaking practice.
For the first 15 minutes, they would talk about a topic and Javier could speak as fast as he wanted. Chloe's only job was to practice her listening and try to catch the main ideas.
Then, for the next 15 minutes, they would talk again. But this time, they had to speak more slowly, and Chloe's job was to help Javier with his grammar. If he said, "I go to the shop yesterday," Chloe could gently say, "Oh, you went to the shop? Tell me more."
This was a perfect win-win. Javier got to practice his fluency, Chloe got to practice her listening and her grammar knowledge. They both won, and they became great friends.
That is the best. They found a solution where everyone was happy. This is a simple but powerful tip. When you are studying with someone, a language partner, a friend, and you want different things, ask this question. How can we both get what we want?
So, for example, I want to practice speaking, but you want to practice writing.
How can we both win? Okay, how about this? We speak for 15 minutes about a topic, then we both spend 10 minutes writing a short summary of our conversation.
And then we exchange our summaries and correct each other's writing.
Yes, that is a perfect win-win. You just have to be a little creative and stop thinking of it as a competition.
This is my favorite habit. It follows perfectly from Think Win-Win. Habit 5 is seek first to understand, then to be understood.
This is the habit of true communication, and it's so important for B1 learners.
What do most people do? They don't listen, they just wait for their turn to talk. While you are speaking, I am thinking about my next sentence. I'm not really listening to you.
Or we listen just enough to give advice. Oh, you have a problem? Here's my solution. We don't really try to understand the feeling behind the words.
Seeking first to understand means you listen with empathy. Empathy, E-M-P-A-T-H-Y, is a very important word. It means you try to see the world from the other person's eyes. You try to feel what they are feeling.
For language learners, this is a superpower. When you are listening to a native speaker, a podcast, or a movie, are you really trying to understand their message, their tone, their emotion?
Or are you just panicking because you missed a word?
I do that. I miss one word and my brain just stops.
Me too. But Habit 5 teaches us to relax and just listen. Try to get the main idea. Try to understand the person.
And then only after you feel you truly understand do you try to be understood. This is the second part, speaking. When you speak, you can be much clearer because you actually understood the conversation first.
Let's look at Lee from China. Global learner example. Lee.
Lee moved to Canada for a new job. She was in a meeting with her new Canadian colleagues.
Her English was good, but she was very nervous.
One colleague, Mike, was talking about his weekend. He looked tired and said, it was a total train wreck.
Oh no, a train wreck. That's a B2 or C1 idiom. It means a complete disaster.
But Lee had no idea. She just heard train and wreck. She pictured a real, actual train crash.
Now, the old Lee, who did not practice Habit 5, would have just smiled and nodded. Oh yes, a train. She would pretend to understand because she was afraid of looking stupid.
But then she's lost. She hasn't understood, and the conversation moves on. She is trying to be understood, as in a smart person, before she has actually understood.
But the new Lee, the Habit 5 Lee, was brave. She sought first to understand. She paused, looked at Mike with a friendly expression, and said, "I'm sorry, Mike. A train wreck? That sounds really serious. I'm not familiar with that expression. What does it mean?"
And what happened? Did Mike get angry? Did he think she was stupid?
Of course not. He laughed and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. No, it just means it was a disaster. My car broke down and I lost my wallet."
And just like that, Lee understood. She learned a new idiom, and she and Mike had a real connection because she was honest and showed she was really listening.
By being brave enough to not understand, she ended up understanding more.
That is a brilliant example. Honesty is part of understanding.
Active listening tip of the day. This is a technique called reflective listening or paraphrasing. It's the best way to practice habit 5.
How does it work?
When someone says something to you, especially something complex, your job is to say it back to them, but in your own words.
Oh, that's smart.
You can start your sentence with, "So, if I understand you correctly, you're saying," or "What I'm hearing is," or "So you feel."
Let's try. Peter, tell me something.
"Sarah, I'm really stressed about my English. I study grammar every night, but I still can't speak. I just freeze."
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, you're feeling frustrated because your speaking skills aren't improving even though you are studying hard?
Yes, that's exactly it.
See? Now you know that I understand you, and I know that I understand. This is a 100% win-win, and it's perfect for seeking to understand. It also gives you time to think and practice your paraphrasing skills. We are at Habit 6, and this one has a very cool-sounding name, Synergize.
That is definitely a C1 word. Synergize. To synergize. It's a verb. Let's break this down for our B1 listeners.
Synergy is a simple idea. It means 1 plus 1 equals 3.
Wait, Sarah, I think your math is wrong.
It's creative math. It means that when two people work together in a win-win way, habit 4, and with empathy, habit 5, they can create something new and better than they could create alone.
Ah, I see. So your idea plus my idea creates a third, better idea.
Exactly. Synergy is the magic of creative teamwork. It's the opposite of my way is right or your way is right. It's finding a new way, a higher way, together.
In English learning, synergy is what happens when a study group is working perfectly. It's not just 4 people sitting quietly in a library.
No, it's 4 people bouncing ideas off each other. They create a role play together. They build a story 1 sentence at a time. They argue, in a friendly win-win way, about a grammar rule. And in the end, they both understand it better.
The group makes everyone smarter. That's synergy.
Let's go back to our friends Chloe, Javier, and Kenji.